Hello guys and welcome to Alan's Investing Journey channel, and today I want to talk to you about Granite Real Estate Investment Trust, which is a Canadian-based REIT that specializes in owning and managing mostly industrial and warehouse properties across North America and Europe. As we know, this REIT is a spin-off from Magna Company, which still remains by far the biggest tenant of Granite. We will actually talk about it later in this video. And I picked this REIT for myself because it's definitely a quality stock, but it's still really undervalued in this pretty high-priced Canadian market now. I see this stock as a great buying opportunity at the current valuation. Recently, we've actually seen most of the Canadian REITs with much worse financial metrics having a price spike of 15 to 20% each, while Granite is still lagging behind. That's actually one of the reasons why I'm planning on buying more of this stock for my portfolio for the long term. Let's deep dive into financial results of this company, which is actually the main reason why I love this REIT. Granite demonstrates amazing financial performance with steady growth across the board. I think when we are talking about REITs, we should pay attention to adjusted funds from operation, or AFFO, and we can see great numbers here. It's growing on both quarterly and 6 months time frame. AFFO payout ratio is decreasing on both time frames as well, which means that dividends are well covered by the financial results of the company. Speaking about dividends, Granite is paying 4.6% annually, which is not super impressive considering some of other Canadian REITs, but they're growing steadily while decreasing AFFO payout ratio, which is great. Also, many REITs have a problem that high payout ratio doesn't really allow them to invest and expand unless they take massive amounts of debts or dilute their shareholders. But that's definitely not the case with Granite. Just look at their net leverage ratio. It's only at 32%. That's definitely a fantastic result for a growing real estate investment trust. Another awesome fact about Granite is that they're buying back their shares. We all know that normally REITs dilute their shareholders massively, but Granite is one of the very few which actually buys shares back. It's always nice to see that company buys back its shares because it means that current valuation of the stock is far from being overpriced, as well as eliminating dilution. I also really like that Granite is well diversified geographically and doesn't rely on the economy of just one particular country. Because, as we all know, industrial sector, including REITs, is highly dependent on the overall economy of the country. And when economy slows down, occupancy rates and rental revenue decreases as well. That's why I'm glad to see that majority of Granite's properties are located in the US. Also, 38 properties are in GTA area of Canada and 40 are located in developed economies of the EU, like Germany, the Netherlands, and Austria. Also, that implies that Granite receives their revenue not only in Canadian dollar, but also in USD and Euro. But I want to mention that the only diversification Granite is struggling with is their tenants. Magna still remains the main occupant of their units, with 19% of Granite's total leasable area. Also, 27% of revenue comes from Magna, which is a bit concerning. Such high reliance on one company is definitely a risk, and I really like that management is committed to address this issue, as we can see in the future outlook. Other than that, Granite has amazing tenants like DHL, Walmart, Amazon, so I'm pretty sure that company is on a good track. Another potential risk of Granite, as I mentioned before, is the fact that it depends on overall economy, and this is something you need to consider before pulling the trigger and buying this REIT. If you believe that recession is coming and will stay for a while, maybe it's better to look at another sectors. For me personally, Granite looks like a great opportunity to buy at this reasonable price with such a great financial metrics. I see that so far market doesn't really like Granite, but I believe it will change in the future. I honestly will be happy to hold on Granite for the long term, collecting this juicy dividends. Of course, if company continues to post this amazing financial numbers. Let me know what do you think about Granite, if you have it in your portfolio or maybe on your watch list. And of course, have a good one.